You should see it as blankly as it is. On the one hand, you have got private sugar companies which produce about 50% of the sugar that we consume in the country. And these private sugar companies run efficiently and they pay the farmers on weekly basis. On the other side, you have got government sugar companies that have not paid the farmers to the tune of 4.6 billion over a long time, that are not paying the salaries to their workers. And this is a stark reality. That's where you are starting from. On the basis of that very graphic picture that anybody can see, on the basis of that, Parliament debated this matter. It is not a yesterday matter. Parliament debated this matter and debated, should we sell these sugar factories or should we lease these sugar factories? It was agreed by Parliament that what we should do is lease these sugar companies. On the basis of that understanding, stakeholders were called, public hearings were called, people were engaged, and I can say this with a firm, without any shadow of doubt, for reason that we have even got people here, Governor Lusaka, who come from that region and were there during those public hearings and consultations, including areas like Kisumu. There was a team that went round asking everybody what is their view. So, and at one time, there was even a challenge as to whether there has been sufficient public hearings in court. The court ruled that there has been sufficient public hearings. On that understanding, an advertisement was put out, leasing for the lease of the sugar mills. And a process, proper procurement process was done. And we procured. We leased out the factory to those who qualified. And the issue that I have is, there were people who applied and they did not get it. If the thing was not transparent, if the procurement process was not transparent, why is it that those who did not win the tenders are not complaining? The people who are complaining were not there in the tender. They agreed that this should be leased. They agreed themselves. Some of them had even, out of the people complaining, when there was a program of whether to lease or whether to sell, some of them had said, let's sell. The ones complaining about leasing had signed, let's sell. So, my friends, I think, Governor Abdullahi is completely correct. There are times when, honestly, we need to deal with these things from an honest basis and say, good people, to help the sugar farmer in this country, this is the direction that we should go. The process is here. You cannot say that because so-and-so is the one who owned the lease, then there was a problem. Now, you did not apply for the lease yourself. You did not participate in the process. And we never said that we are only going to lease these things to people we personally like. It's not a question of whether you like somebody or you don't like somebody. It's a question of they want it, they have got the capacity, they have proven that they can do it. And how have they proven it? They are paying farmers every week.
The lease is not an absolute ownership.
The lease is not an absolute ownership. This is subject to very many things. The first one is that these people, the lessees, are going to inject capital in those factories to revive them to the tune of 12.9 billion.